Hi all, so I'm just going to show you how I paint my nails. I think it's something that a lot of people struggle with, how to get it nice and neat, how to make it stop on. So I'm just going to show you what I normally do myself. I tend to paint my nails about twice a week, sometimes 3 times, just because I like them looking nice and groomed, and I like to try different colours as well. So I'm just going to show you what I have done. This is my one hand that I have actually finished. If you can see there, I've done a base coat, I've done 2 coats of colour, and then I've done top coat and also cuticle oil around my cuticles as well. Okay, so I'm going to make a start. So I'll start off by just showing you how I normally clean and prep my nails. So I would normally, this hand has already been cleaned, but I can just show you quickly. Once you've got the bulk of your old nail varnish off, and that's normally, I'll just pop some nail varnish remover onto a pad, hold on for about 5 seconds, and then just wipe off. Just make sure you've got a nice clean nail plate, as I'm doing here. Okay, another little trick that I do, well, my first trick that I do, is to get a cotton wool pad, just pull it in half. If you have a cuticle stick that you can use, or it's sometimes called an orange wood stick, place it on there, literally just roll it on, so a bit like candy floss. Okay, just like so. I will just twizzle that around, there it goes, and that just sticks on just by itself, very easy. And then I normally get my nail varnish remover, I'll just dip it in, and then what I normally do is I'll go around my cuticles just like so, just in case there's any stubborn nail varnish from your old colour, especially because I change my colours so often. I can get little bits just around in the little corners, and also this is just helping to push your cuticles back as well. Makes your nails look much neater if your cuticles are pushed back. So I don't know if you can see that there is a little bit of old varnish, so that's just helping to remove that. Lovely. Also you can go under the nail as well. Sometimes I do just catch a little bit of my varnish under the nail, so that's just removing it. Okay, so then once I've done that, I normally apply my base coat, and I like to use the Nails Ink base coat, and this is the Underground. Any base coat is fine. I quite like the Nails Ink. Have lasted me for absolute years, and I like the consistency. So I'm just going to start. So you just need about, just to cover the whole nail really. Just like that. Lovely. So I know with this I can practically put my chosen colour on straight away because this dries really quick. So again, I'm using the Nails Ink, and this is called London. It's a really, really cute colour. This is quite girly, quite matte as well. So I'm just going to show you. Maybe if I zoom in, you can see exactly what I'm going to do. So I'll start with my thumb. What I don't like to do is flood my cuticles. I think it looks a lot neater if you leave a tiny gap. Not sure if that's showing up very well there. So I'm going to do one thin coat first of all, leaving a tiny gap all the way around the edges because it looks so much neater when you do that. Please don't go all the way up to the cuticles, I just think it looks so messy. Just a little tiny gap, and it actually makes your nails look a bit longer as well. Okay, so just like so. That's all I do. Make sure there's not too much nail varnish on as well. Now if you find your nail varnish has gone quite thick or quite clumpy, you can just add in a few drops of nail varnish remover, give it a good shake, and that normally thins it out. Okay, so you can see it's not taking me very long to paint this, and I think this is due to the varnish not being thick. It's a really nice consistency, so it's really easy to go on. And I think that's the main thing. There's no point trying to use a really thick varnish on your nails because you just won't get the neatness of it at all. So you can just see there, that's one coat. My other hand has got two coats, you can just see the difference there. With my left hand, it's quite see-through. You can actually see the ends of my nails, my free edge where the line is. You can see with these two coats, it looks a lot deeper and a lot richer, the colour does on my nails. So I'm just going to do another coat. I really like these nails ink colours as well. They just go on really smooth on the skin. On the nails, sorry. Just like that. Now, I might be making it look as if it's easy, but it does take time, so just keep practicing. If you find that you're a bit shaky, just take your time. Now, if you're right-handed, you'll find painting your left hand to be the easiest. Your right hand, I would suggest you paint that one first. Do the hardest hand first. And take your time. Make sure you've got time to let them dry afterwards as well. And there you can see I've just done the 5 nails and it's looking a bit more like this does here now. If I just come back on the zoom so you can see a little bit better. So you can see they're looking nice and similar there. Now, if you have made a mess around your cuticles, again, you can use just what I've showed you before, the cuticle stick. Just wrapped in a little bit of the cotton wool and just twizzle it around like that. Dip it in your nail varnish remover. Just wipe off on a towel or just on the palm of your hand like so, and you can just start to just clean just around the edges if it's messy. Especially underneath if there's any that's been caught. I don't think I have. Okay, so that's a nice tip to use. Also, if you've got too much around the cuticles, you can just gently just pull them back and just wipe away any mess or any colour that might have gotten to the skin. Okay, so you can see my two hands just there. So what I would normally do now, I get my top coat, and again this is from Nails Inc, and this one is called Albert Bridge. This is a really nice gloss that I've used. So I'm just going to show you just how I normally just apply that as well. I've just smudged a little tiny bit. So here goes. Okay, if you do smudge like I've just smudged just there, all you have to do literally just pop it on very quickly like I just did. If you're finding still that it's not drying enough and it's really messy, I would probably suggest wiping it all off and starting again. This is a really good varnish, so as you can see where I just smudged it there, you can't actually see any marks or any pulls in the varnish at all, because it's just gone on and it's just literally melted in really easily. So get my top coats now. The good thing with Nails Inc, it dries really quickly, so you don't need to be fiddling about too much. And literally I'll just do, that's it, that's all done, just a few little strokes on my nail. And with top coat, it really helps the colour to stay on, helps it to give it a nice shine, and also again if you have smudged a little bit, then it just makes the colour and the smudge smooth over. Okay, and that's it. I've done both my hands there, as you can see. What I like to do after a few minutes is also apply some cuticle oil. Now if you find that your nails aren't quite dry and you're scared to touch them or do anything to them, then just leave it for about 10 minutes or maybe later on in the day. And the cuticle oil that I use is just a Star cuticle oil. This cost me about £2. You can literally use any cuticle oil as long as it's hydrating them, keeping them moisturised, and it really does finish them off nicely. So just remember, if you are painting nails, just remember, hydrate the cuticles, moisturise your hands, because that is a part of keeping them nice and groomed and nice and neat. So just going to pop a bit of cuticle oil on. So I just like to just literally just dab a little bit around the sides, a little bit around the top, and I'll do the same for the rest of my nails. So you're not actually painting it, you're literally just dabbing it round, just around the edges. And afterwards you can then begin to massage it in once you feel confident that your varnish has dried. Okay, now I know this varnish quite well, and I know that I'm perfectly safe to start just pushing in that cuticle oil. So there you go guys, that's both my hands done, all using the Nails Inc range. I'll just show you just here. So the base coat was their Underground. Their colour that I used was the London, and their top coat was Albert Bridge. I'll just show you just both hands there so you can see what that looks like. The colours are absolutely gorgeous. So you can just see there's two different lights there actually, so you can just see what that's like there. Okay, hope you found that handy. as per usual, leave any comments. Thank you.